So, welcome to Journey of Crafting, and if you are a returning guest, welcome back. And if you are new to my channel, welcome. And stay, enjoy. So anyway, I'm just being goofball. Anyway, hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, I'm going to play with some white paper. Now, I'm going to show you guys how I make a loaded envelope, or at least how I'm going to make this loaded envelope, because I do them all kinds of different ways. So these are your not standard 6x9 envelopes. Your standard 6x9 envelope looks a little like this, okay? But as you can see, it's orange and it's vertical. So I wanted the landscape and I wanted not orange. So I actually bought these a while back. I think I got them on Amazon. I don't remember exactly. So anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to take these flaps and we're going to seal them. It doesn't have to be perfect. The seal doesn't have to be perfect. You can seal it the old-fashioned way, or you could use some tape and just run your tape across the top of it. Anyway, so you're going to take your envelopes here and you're going to take your trimmer wherever my trimmer is. It's gigantic and I keep it underneath my table because it really is a big boy. Like, it's a big boy. When I say big, I mean big. So anyway, very simply take the edge. I'm just going to do one at a time because I don't want to get too much. Basically, we're just going to open this back up. Now, why did we seal it if we want it open, you might ask? Well, because I don't want to mess with the whole, let's use this one for an example. Of course, this one would suck as an example because it doesn't have that dip. So normally they have, like, let me grab an extra one. Of course, I wasn't really expecting to have a third one, so I didn't pull a third one out. So there we go. Now, let's show you with this paper here. You can see it is not just a squared off edge right there. You see that? And it's the same on this side. So when you seal it over, you get that squared off edge because then you don't have to mess with it. But you still want that pocket, so you cut it back open. I know, it's really complicated. Anyway, it's really not, I promise. So we are literally just shaving off the edge enough to give us an opening, not enough to change really the dimensions of the envelope. So, like, seriously, that is the amount that I just shaved off the top. So we are not done with our trimmer, but I think I'm done with that one because that one's really, really big. And I use it a lot when I'm not filming, but when I'm filming, it's a little tough because it is so big. So anyway, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to cover one side of these envelopes, okay? And we are going to work with both envelopes at the exact same time. I'll show you why. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a design that I want to use, and I kind of want to use that one. So I'm going to have to mat these first because my paper is only 8.5 inches across. And with my printer, I don't know why, but it always prints a border. And if you guys have a Canon laser printer and you know how to take the freaking border off the pages, please let me know. Because my other printer, my HP printer, works just fine. I can print a full sheet and it'll be fine. Anyway, not quite. So I'm going to grab something to mat this with, but I have to grab something that will work with all of my paper because I have something else that I'm using as well. A little decorative paper. Oh, that one works. Okay. And a little decorative paper, and I want to make sure that I have enough. See, this works. This is 8.5 by 11 as well, and it goes across. And this paper actually printed to the edge. I wouldn't need a mat, but it's okay. I don't mind. So, well, a little bit, but honestly, I'm going to, what is this, 6x9? So I need 5 3/4, because I need to chomp off, actually no, I need 5.5 because this is 8.5 and this is 9. So it's a 1/2 inch difference. So there's a 1/4 inch on each side. And the other dimension is 6 because it's a 6x9 envelope. And you can definitely measure it if it makes you feel more comfortable. I am not that worried about it, so I didn't measure it. So this is 5.5. This is also 5.5 because it's 5.5 by 11. So we have 2 of these. I'm going to set this knot aside because I have to trim this down too. Alright, we're going to trim off the sides here because, like I said, it has a border. And my printer is being a big dummy. It won't do what I want it to do. I know it's operator error. I know that because, well, yeah. Alright, so we're going to take this down to 5 inches. Okay. And now decide which side you want. Do you want this side or do you want this side? Whichever side you want, that's the side you're going to measure for. This is not 8.5. Or this is not 8. Well, it's barely 8 inches, so we're gonna wing it. I'm not gonna cut it down again because then it'll be too short. So, all right, now I'm gonna mat this. I hope you guys are still following me right now because my whole, honestly, it's the fact that my printer doesn't print all the way to the edge kind of like jacked me up a little bit. With this, because normally I'll just take my paper and I'll use, like I did with this one, I'll just cut it in half and be hunky-dory. But I couldn't do that with this one because it didn't want to work that way, because it was just like, nope, not gonna happen. Alright, so this is going to be one side. If it's not perfectly straight, then don't worry about it. Definitely just keep it simple. Don't stress over the fact that every single line is not perfectly straight, because guess what? Every single line is not going to be perfectly straight. You are not a robot. So I'm going to, and no, that was not a vent. I know it sounded like one. It's not, I promise. I'm going to very carefully line this up. And okay, I know I just said, you know, don't worry about the not straight lines, but geez, my knees, that was terrible. Okay, this glue gun adhesive is crazy sticky. Like, I'm having a hard time ripping this apart. No! Now it's ripping my envelope apart. I might need that second or that third envelope just because it's literally ripping my envelope apart. Oh my gosh. This is how sticky this adhesive is out of this glue, by the way. So just in case you guys were wondering, yeah, that's how sticky it is. And I can still use this, honestly. I just have to put this to the back of some. I'll show you. It's a doable thing, I promise. So we're just going to flip this over like this. And we're going to try again. Jeez. You could also use wet glue if you're anything like me and just decide to jag up the whole kit and caboodle. Alright, does that look straight to y'all? I hope that looks straight because I can't do this again. Alright, that is so much better. Oh my gosh. Did y'all see it a minute ago? It was like all the way up here. Big old huge gap down here. Oh, it was terrible. Anyway, so there's that one. I have a little bit of tape residue on this side. Don't worry about it. We're going to cover it up. So we're going to go ahead and take this and attach it to our other envelope. We're going to do that like so. Now decide how tall you want your envelope. You do that, and that is how you determine. Oh wait, yeah, I did that right. Oh, I didn't want to cover. Oh, that's how I wanted to do it. Alright, that's okay. Okay, so I think this is what we're going to do. We're going to make a really long, because I wanted the eggs, that was the whole point. But I guess we're just going to do it like this because I have more of that paper. I did print off more copies, so I don't want a ridiculously large envelope. So I'm just kind of going to pick a spot and lay some of this like superhuman alien tape down that's gonna like, I swear I think this would be able to adhere concrete to concrete. It's great. Look, it's sticking to my fingers. Alright, so you have your hole up here, okay? You have your hole right here. Make sure that it is aligned. So you don't want to have one hole at the top and one hole at the bottom. You don't want that. Okay. Now you can take your other mat here and put it on the front. And I can put my other eggs down here. Oh, by the way, these papers are paper, just in case you're wondering. These are papers that I have designed. I used, what did I use? Adobe Photoshop Editor or something like that. I'd have to look at the program to find out exactly what program it was. You're too far over. I will try to remember to put it into the editing, what program it was that I used to make these. Because honestly, every time I see someone make these digital layouts or whatever, I'm curious, because I'm like, what did you use? How did you make it? You know, type of thing. And so many people, they won't tell you, because they're just like, it's a secret. I'm like, it's really not that big of a secret. I mean, if you do a little bit of research, then you can figure it out. All right, so I'm going to guesstimate with this, and I'm just going to mark it with a pencil, because I just don't feel like measuring this. And I'm going to grab my little bitty trimmer. See where my tape attacked my envelope? Yeah, we're going to cover that up. So you're going to take your little mark here that you just put on your paper. You're going to line it up with the whatever kind of thing that you line it up with as far as your cutting device, because on this I line it up with a wire, but on my Big Mama trimmer I line it up with the edge of the paper, or the edge of the trimmer. If I lined it up to the edge of the trimmer on that one, I would be off on my dimensions. So that's what I mean by line it up with your thing, because every trimmer is different as far as what you're lining it up with. All right. Ugh. So that's crazy freaking tape, man. And don't get me wrong, I love this tape, because obviously I use it a lot. But it's just crazy how sticky it is. All right. So there we go. And now we have our pocket here. Make sure that you rub that down really good, because I stuck that down and then I tried to lift it all back up playing with the pockets. So all I'm going to do here is I'm going to burnish this down a little bit, and I'm going to stick a big old cut down the middle of it with my bone folder. Don't actually do that. Probably not a good idea. Alright, so whatever color you decide to use as far as your matting goes, just make sure it's the same on the front and the back. Now, the papers don't have to be the same on the front and the back. They can be different. Now, this is what I was going to do, but my big old goofball did it backwards. I guess I could have, no. I don't know. I could have figured it out. But anyway, I have more paper like this. It is right, yeah. Because like I said, I printed more than one. Because I really like it. These turned out so freaking cute. I love them. I'm just going to trim this up. And what did we decide? That it was, what? 5 inches? 5 1/3, something like that. I forgot. I'd have to look at it again. Well, no, not really. So, if the envelope itself is 6 and the purple mat is 5 1/2, then this one would be 5. I'm smart. Woo. Okay, so I think we decided that this side we don't trim off because it's not quite 8 inches. And, well, this one is. Okay. Oh, no, this one exactly is 8 inches. All right. Well, alrighty then. And then this one needs to go down to 5 inches. And I hope you guys don't hear my beeping. My smoke alarm, the battery is dead. And My husband's at work right now. I did take it down. I stood on top of my safe because it was the one upstairs, and my safe is upstairs. It's right at the top of the stairs. There's like, I don't know what that thing is, like the balcony overlooking the stairs. It's not a balcony, because to me a balcony is like a platform that you can like stand on, and it's the hallway, and it just happens to have like a half of a wall like overlooking the stairs. Let go of my fingers. I don't know what it's called. Anyway, it was on the other side of the wall in that little hallway thing. So I'm just going to lay this down and hopefully get it straight, because I cannot pick this back up. Alright. Oh, look at that. That turned out really cool. Okay. So now for the other side. The other side is going to be super cute. Okay, so you guys ready? You guys ready? Ah, isn't that cute? Oh my gosh, I love this paper. I love it, I love it, I love it. So I'm going to trim this down just a little bit. I'm going to flip it over because I'm going to mark on it. And again, with the whole, I'm going to guesstimate because I don't feel like measuring this. And you guys can definitely do that. Like, you don't have to measure everything. You could definitely go the easy route and just kind of like mark it with a pencil and then chomp it off. And there you go. But aren't those adorable? I just love these bunnies. They're so freaking cute. So as far as the clip art goes, and the digital, like creating your own, the clip art that's a tricky thing. You cannot use any clip art if you're going to sell it. So if you're going to sell it, you can't just Google something and be like, I want to put an Easter bunny on here, because you'll get in trouble. There's this thingy called copyright, and yeah, you'll get in big trouble if you just like Google an image and be like, I'm going to sell this because I put it in, I changed the format. No, you can't do that. So it's the same with the music. You have to use royalty-free stuff, and then you can, then you can use it however you want, because there's no copyright on it. So anyway, that is the back. Oh, and this is part of my Easter collection. So I have a spring collection that I showed you guys, and this one's part of my Easter collection, and it is just absolutely adorable. So now my envelope is completely finished. How long is my video? 18 minutes. Now it's completely finished. Now the only thing that I need to do is embellish it. So I want to add different embellishments to it, and I want to, I may add a pocket on this side. I'm not sure, but honestly, that side just might be for different embellishments. I'm not sure. So this one here, this one's also part of my Easter collection, and I printed this on cream colored cardstock, and this is how big they are. There's 4 that print on a page, so you don't have to use them all at once. You could honestly use them as, design paper like this, or you could print them on cardstock and use them like that. So I'm going to take this because I don't know about you guys, but I am terrible at fussy cutting stuff. So I'm going to take this ink here, and I'm going to hide the fact that it's terrible. So, and I'm using a matching ink that matches with the paper, and it's just, this ink I got from the Target dollar spot. It was like 3 in a pack or something. Now I am bending this a little bit because I basically want to give it a little bit of a effect, not just sticking ink on the edges. I actually want to make it pop up a little bit. Now, speaking of pop up a little bit, I'm going to take some foam dots and I'm going to put them on here and make this a little poppy. Poppy. That reminds me of a game that I play. One of the characters, her name is Poppy. I didn't say that because of her, but it just happened to remind me of that because I'm like, Poppy. Anyway, so if you guys don't already know, I am a gamer as well as a crafter. Like, all my kids play games. Like, honestly, my daughter just fell asleep playing Minecraft. She was super tired, I think. I think I'm going to put this right in the middle and kind of decorate around it. There we go. And you don't have to squish it quite that much. But anyway, so yeah, that's really it. And you can definitely embellish this even further. I think that it would be super, super cute if you did. But so far, this is all I'm going to do to it right this second. I'm going to go ahead and end the video because the decorating is, I mean, you guys have seen me decorate 1,000 times. If you're interested in watching me decorate this video or this particular envelope, or maybe seeing what it looks like afterwards, because decorating it, it's literally taking my embellishments and putting them where I want them, or, you know, whatever. But if you're interested in seeing an after video, like what it looks like when I'm done, then leave me a comment in the comments down below. That sounds weird. Anyway, just let me know in the comments if you want to see this completely finished. I don't know how much more I'm going to do to this back, because this back is just absolutely freaking adorable. I can't get over this. And also, I mentioned in my previous videos, I do have an Easter set. Well, this was the first time I mentioned the Easter set, but I do have a spring digital set, and it may or may not be up on Etsy yet. But if you're interested in the Easter set and it's not up on Etsy to download yet, then just leave me a comment and I'll make sure to make sure that it is put up. They're very, very reasonable. I think I put my downloadable sets for like $2 a piece, and there's like at least 4 or 5. There's at least 4 pages that you can download. I don't know. I think some of my older ones, they might be less than that, but I know with my spring and Easter, there's at least 4. So my Easter one, I think, has 4 or 5, and then my spring one has, I think like 8 pages or something. Like, it's something crazy. Anyway, it's like $2 or something, and it's downloadable, so you can print it however many times you want. So, but like I said, if they're not already on my Etsy shop, then just let me know and I'll definitely put that up for you guys, because I don't want to put a listing up for you guys if, you know, nobody's going to want to buy it. But I think it's super cute. I love it. Love it. Love it. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I've just rambled for the last 4.5 minutes. Crazy. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you liked it, and let me know if you want to see the finished product of this stuffed envelope. So thank you guys so much, and until next time. Bye.